It's been a while since doing this, huh? Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Alkaline Hydroxide 784. What should I say? It's a new year and a year closer to my graduation. I await my second semester of the third year with much anticipation. You see, tomorrow marks the first day of my internship. Speaking of internship, I am reminded that my third university year has been and is being marked with the idea of trying new things. To be honest, my second year was too, but let's just talk about this one first. Right. So during the first 3 months of actually just the 3 months of summer break, I kind of didn't do too much. Honestly, I was finishing up Eureka stuff in May and June, and thereafter I just wanted to rest. So I instead tried new things in this channel. As you know, there's Alka Walks, and I looked at stuff like internship and setting up my LinkedIn profile as the new semester started. At the same time, I was and still technically a part of my hall dance CCA, and we there was some stuff in the summer break, and there's also the usual pracs in semester one. And at the same time, I actually wanted to try for a leadership role somewhere, and as I thought where I could do it, but I kind of failed to do it in SCBE the previous year. I looked towards something else new that I had started. Eureka Pro Eureka Project number two. Right. Hence I could try for, the Eureka Club Exco, and I did. So now as part of the Eureka Exco, I have the chance to learn more about leadership as well as to coordinate stuff. But at the same time, as I mentioned, I do have my new Eureka project, which is completely different from the first. It is in a different school, it's in LKC instead of MAE, and it's a different topic. I'm looking at Alzheimer's disease instead of scoliosis, and I'm not using a different kind of a lab in a sense. Earlier I was using ANSYS in my computer. Now I have to go down to an actual lab and do wet lab, chemistry stuff. I expected myself to do a substantial amount of stuff in semester one, but to be frank, I only started doing actual lab experiments in December. So let's see how that goes. And the reason for my worry is coming back to the beginning, my internship. I'll be prioritizing my internship as I rightfully should. Hence, I need to worry how I'll get Eureka stuff done in the remaining time. Technically, I can use the lab whenever I want because I do have a card, like my card can access it. But some equipment that's not in LKC itself is only accessible in the day. So let's just hope work from home is still a thing so I can at least be flexible with my timings. And it doesn't even have to be like the entire week, just one day, you know. But anyways, I'll find that out tomorrow. But everyone around me is kind of like consoling and saying I'll be fine, so I hope that too. So as you can see, I'm trying big new things this third year, and at the same time, I have to define my boundaries and assess my priorities. So let's move into the next section. So as you all know, I participated in HOCC in 2020 and 2021. What about this year? Well, if you understood anything from the previous section, it would be in my best interest to not do HOCC this year. Will I regret it? Well, not sure yet. But at the moment, I don't really regret anything or I don't feel anything right now. I actually feel more free to do other things like, record stuff for this channel or just do things that I wanted to do and also sleep early if I need to. Because if I'm gonna go for internship, I would prefer to sleep at like 11 or 12 latest, you know. Yeah, but of course I did go to some of the practices at the very like in December, and I just wanted to see what they were learning for the funsies. And I actually do like the songs chosen for the vibes. Not that I've heard any of the songs or anything, but I just like the vibe. And technically, my decision is not just in my own interest. To me personally, I'm kind of considering the group as a whole as well because as much as the leaders are quite considerate of those who need to work or have certain timing constraints, let's face it, I would probably be a burden by not being able to attend practice after a certain time. The ones who stay full time are the ones who eventually do their best and understand the piece the best, while experiencing the most immersion into the experience. Since I've already done that, in a pretty bad way the first time, and to my best ability the second time. I've had the satisfaction of getting the experience. I've learned many things already from doing it 2 times. And of course, people can say, "Oh, you can learn something new from doing it a third time." But look, let's be honest. I already have too many things to do, and I would like to learn from what I actually have right now, and focus on what I'm doing currently and do those things properly. And yeah, I've had the satisfaction of getting the HOCC experience, and I've learned many things, and I can now move on and focus on what I'm doing now. But the problem with this that is that I need to escape the FOMO mentality in order to make this decision. And to be very honest, I experienced it greatly the previous time. I was like, I was considering not doing all of the 3 songs because we had the option of not doing all the 3 songs. We could just do one. But in the end, I ended up doing all the 3 songs, and I was like in um, full commitment to HOCC last time. So yeah, so I thought it was going to be hard for me to make that decision this time. But in the end, the progress of time as well as my shift in focus allowed me to escape the FOMO mentality. It allowed me to feel less guilty about it. And, many of my batchmates aren't doing HOCC this year as well. So, I feel less awkward about it. And they also have similar reasons. They're going for exchange or they're going for internship and things like that. And now I don't even stay in Tanjong anymore. I don't stay in hall. I stay at home full time. Stay at in Yishun. Yeah, so I guess it makes sense for me to make such a decision, and I can just figure out what I want to do next time. So no worries. So as I move into this new semester, I also had to start thinking of a different boundary. What I ultimately want to work on or focus on in the future. I've mentioned multiple times that I enjoy a wide variety of things, and university is definitely the place to explore various things and find out what you like. But after going through this semester, I think I'll need to make some actual decisions. Why? Well, in year 4, I will have FYP, and it would be a good idea to choose a project that aligns with what I want to do in the future for masters or PhD. And as I start researching on the different PhD programs available, I need to seriously start narrowing down what I actually want to do to some extent at least. And yes, maybe it has started happening. Like I'm starting to narrow down on what I want to focus on, but I need to do that more. And of course, it would be dope to do something that had aspects of all the different things I like, but I need to prioritize. I need to realize that I can't do everything at the same time, honestly. Even within this channel, I have too many new ideas all at once to the extent that I couldn't focus on one single thing. I have like a bunch of series on whole, like digital tools and travel series. I'm hoping I'll sometime at some point of time post the next Alka Walk episode, and I just need to edit it. I have a lot of footage and I need to finish the Yishun Dream as well as upload some other footage that I've recorded. And of course, I need to pick up the pace with GPO. I've literally been procrastinating on it way too much in the last few months. Now tell me, what do I start with? And this isn't even considering the gazillion other ideas in my document. At this point, some of them are like a year old or maybe more than a year old, and have just been sitting there because I have no time to actually get around to doing them. And if I do any of those ideas, it will sprout more ideas, and that will lead to a gazillion other ideas. Yeah, so really it's the time and the limited energy that sometimes even if I have time, I may not have the mood to do it, or I just this is not the same as my actual Eureka things or internship things that I'll be doing. This is more of my hobby. So I do have a limited energy that I can expend on this. And this forces a virtual boundary onto me. And so I close this episode with 2 main concepts: trying new things and setting boundaries, all in the interest of maximizing my experience with the time I have. I hope you also consider this in the new year along with, the procrastination video. And yeah, here's to a productive and fulfilling 2022. If you've enjoyed this video and you found this useful, please press the like button and subscribe. And with that, I would like to say thank you and bye.